Hey guys, News Now Ohio. So I just got this in the mail today from the Hamilton Police Department. This is my Fourth Amendment rights complaint about them coming on my property and taking my vehicle. So you guys can see it. I'm gonna leave it here for a second so you guys can pause it. Okay, so now, all right, guys. So what we got here, I don't know if I can flip it around. Well, maybe not. Okay. So what we got here is them saying that my vehicle, that I admitted to them that my vehicle was in violation. Okay. Now, if you look at that, they towed my vehicle for the 1735.22 statute of Hamilton City Ordinance. Okay. First of all, that is a junk motor vehicle ordinance. So with it being a junk motor vehicle ordinance, what's my plates got to do with that? If you go and you look at the ordinance, it doesn't say nothing about about plates on it. Okay. Yeah, guys, see it right there? I got it parked exactly the way I had it before. But yeah, look underneath it, guys. You can see where they jerked it. Well, first of all, look at the crookedness of it. And then look at where they drug it underneath it. Some shit hanging underneath it. So anyways, so they got, he said we admitted to our violation, and that gave the police the right to come on our property and tow our vehicle. But he's saying that we admitted it to not having tags. Okay. Never said that. I kept arguing with them. Nothing like that was said until after he said that they were towing it. That after he come on my property, that fat officer Les, come on my property, lifted the tarp on my car and seen that it had expired tags and said, no, it's not in compliance, get the tow truck. So he looked at me and was like, if you want to keep your tarp, take it off the car, or when we take the car, we'll take the tarp with it. So instead of losing the tarp too, I took the tarp off. But the thing is, nobody admitted to anything. So I called him and told him that I don't know what video he watched, but the videos I watched, I didn't admit to anything. At least not until after, the officer had already seen that come on my property, lifted the tarp, which constitutes a search, and seen that I didn't have I had expired tags on it. And I also explained to him that maybe we're talking about two different things here, because the last time I checked and I read the ordinance from front to back, I didn't see anywhere on that ordinance that it stated that I had to have it, that it fell underneath that ordinance, which is a junk motor vehicle ordinance, if it doesn't have plates on it. So I think we're thinking the wrong thing. But, hey, but we all know that anytime they can, they're gonna, side with their officers. Hell, they do it even when they really shouldn't, and it's deeply in the public eye. How many times have we all seen them shoot and murder somebody, shoot them in the back, kill them, and get away with it? Come on, guys. I should have knew the outcome of that, but it is what it is. I trusted this, I didn't really trust him. I knew what was going to happen. Lieutenant Waddick, he was, I'm all for justice, and if they messed up, I'm going to take care of it, and I don't want no bad cops on my force. Well, as far as I'm concerned, you're a bad cop. So, and I hope you watch this. Yep, I feel you're a bad cop. You just stood up for your officers violating my Fourth Amendment rights over some bullshit excuse that me and my wife told them we were in violation. Never happened. I never told them I was in violation, because my car was never in violation of that ordinance. So why would I say, oh yeah, My car's in violation of that ordinance. When I was sitting back there arguing with them to not tow my vehicle, please don't tow my vehicle. It does not meet this ordinance. If you tow my vehicle, I'm going to sue your ass. Does that sound like me saying, oh yeah, my bad, I didn't comply with what you said? No. It's me telling you that you're gonna fuck up if you tow my vehicle because it doesn't fall under the junk motor vehicle statute. My car starts and runs, and it doesn't have one missing part of that vehicle, not even the fucking hubcap. It had all four, it still does, has all four hubcaps on it. So, none of the tires were flat. So that, the first thing somebody would, one of the divisions of the, underneath that junk motor vehicle is, apparently inoperable. Well, if I was an officer and I was looking at a vehicle in someone's yard that supposedly was operable, and been there for a long time, like they said, months and months and months and months, the first thing that I would look at is the tires to see if the tires were inflated or deflated. All my tires on that car were inflated, had all four hubcaps, didn't have one single piece of freaking nothing off that vehicle. Had every part on it, not anything. So, didn't fall underneath that, that ordinance. And I could have argued that apparently inoperable was, could have been voided for vagueness anyway. I mean, that's a vague, laws are not supposed to be vague. They're supposed to be clear and to the point. So, I could have argued that I didn't meet two of them statutes simply because one's void for vagueness, the apparently inoperable. By whose appearance does it have to be, who's the expert on when a car that's just sitting there not being used is inoperable? I mean, I want to meet that expert. And then it doesn't mean because it wasn't missing any parts. So it clearly didn't fall under that. But anyways, guys, like anybody thought that the outcome of that was going to be any different. But I'm going to hold on to the piece of paper for when I do go to, city council and I get the ordinance changed and I file my suit. I'm trying to save my money now to file this lawsuit. I haven't heard nothing. I filed a paperwork for indigency because I'm on disability. What I'm hoping from that is that it either lowers the cost of my lawsuit or takes it away altogether. It's been a few weeks now, 2-3 weeks. I haven't heard nothing back. So I don't know. Cause if it isn't, it's going to be a minute because it's $400. So, but I'm going to make sure that no one else goes through this. This is just ridiculous. Now they're pushing for, when I bought this lot next to us, I bought it from a guy in Michigan and it was behind 5 years in taxes. It was like $1,600 in arrears. Well, they told us, they wouldn't, if we bought it from him, they ain't going to pressure us to get the back taxes paid as long as we paid something. Well, we do. We pay something on it every month. A little more than what we should. That way it goes towards it. Well, yeah, it's ridiculous. They're trying to act like now, sending us letters saying, that we're in, what do they call it? Get ready to come into the penalty phase for not paying our taxes on it or something like that because, it's $1,500 or it was $1,600 in arrears and now it's like $700. We've only had it for about a year, but, they knew full well when we bought it off a guy that owned it that hadn't paid taxes on the lot in almost 6 years. But 1 year later, they're going to start harassing us. But it's fine. It is what it is. But anyway, all right, guys, this is News Now Ohio. Out.